Hello everyone, Alec DeLorean here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And then in today's video we have some Acolyte, I guess, speculation, in that we have seen, maybe not a surge, but like a dedicated audience to the show. Well, Star Wars fans are very dedicated to Star Wars, but even more specifically, the Acolyte has had a lot of views, and it still apparently has a lot of views, but we'll go into that into the actual video. So before we get into it, if you'd like to join the Patreon, Discord, or become a channel member, the links are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, this content, and all things Star Wars related, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the video. Okay, so according to Parrot Analytics, in which they take data and put them all into, like, they compare and keep all the data to analyze all the shows, and not even just shows, but mostly TV series. And we've gone to the Acolyte to see how they're doing, and it shows them their patterns that has been going on for the past however many months, and then the current month even into even more detail. So a bit about the Acolyte is original TV network, Disney Plus. Apparently it's a genre, the genre is drama, and then the release type is digital. Star Wars series that takes viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. High Republic era, one of my favorite eras of Star Wars. Probably my second favorite, honestly. I will say this, I did enjoy it until the finale. I feel like the finale, every single decision they made for every character, every storyline and whatnot, was the wrong one. I really hated the finale. It was one of the worst finales I've ever seen, which ruined the rest of the show, which irritates me because I really enjoyed the show overall, other than the finale. But yes, anyway, getting back on track. How well is this TV series doing in the United States as of the last 30 days? So, as you can see in the big, bold number, 24.4 times difference from a market average. So the market average would be, you have every single series in that current genre. So in this case, they have it as drama, and they compare the averages of every single one to the Acolyte, and you get a 20% or 20 times increase compared to everything else, which, since Acolyte has been out a decent amount of time now, it is very surprising to see how well it's doing. You can even see down here, it's outstanding. It's doing much better than most. Average is down here at 60%, which is most of the people, but over here it's between 8 and 32 times, which is 2.7% of all shows. So of all of the shows, this one is doing one of the best, which does say a lot about the show in terms of if they were able to undo the cancellation and bring back the Acolyte, people would tune in, and it would still do really, really well. Like, I feel like even though I hated the finale, I think they should at least do one extra season, I guess, to maybe tie up plot holes, tie up stories, if they can do it in just one season, but for the sake of the stories, right, rather than for actually money. But yes, up here we also said Parrot Analytics has found that the audience demand for the Acolyte is 20.4 times the demand than the average TV series in the United States. In the last 30 days, 2.7% of all shows in this market have this level of demand, which is very, very low. So yeah, Acolyte is really, really up there. We'll go into a little bit more detail just to help us understand as well. The demand distribution curve illustrates how a TV show's popularity compares to the demand benchmark, which is a measure of the average demand across all titles. The curve is divided into performance brackets ranging from below average to exceptional, so the bottom up to the top. A show falls into one of these performance buckets depending on how many times more or less demand it has compared to the demand benchmark. So the demand benchmark is basically the middle, and it depends where they put is basically like how much it's getting. So the average is usually here, so that's at the 1 times. The show's performance is market specific. For example, the same show can be in the average range in the United States and in the good range in France. So yeah, bear in mind this is for United States. I'm British, so it could look completely different for us. As an example, if a show has 9 times more demand than the demand benchmark, it falls in the outstanding performance range. Only 2.7% of all shows in the market reach this high level of demand, which is, for example, Acolyte. And then another part that we won't go into all of this, as this is very, very detailed, that we don't need to see too much of. But there was one that I picked up earlier, which was interesting, was this one, understanding audience demand dynamics. So there's a very important piece in here, but we'll go for it. By analyzing the demand metrics for the Acolyte, stakeholders can make informed decisions about its future content strategies or acquisition plans. Big thing there, future content strategies. If it's got a big demand, which this does, it's 2.7% of all shows, it's going to get a lot of traction, therefore higher up people will decide, maybe we'll bring it back, we'll uncancel it, and we'll bring out something new about it and see how it does then. Well, the show has recently seen a slight decrease in demand from previous highs of 22.6 times the average over the last 90 days, which isn't too much because it's basically only a 1 times less. It remains exceptionally rated with the drama genre at 99.3rd percentile. This indicates a high loyalty and engagement level from the dedicated audience, which should affect acquisition and programming decisions. So, I don't want to give anyone hope, but if you want the Acolyte and you want some good news, it's in demand, and I'm assuming Disney will take note of this and they might make a decision on it. They'll probably make a decision in the background, like we won't actually know. Like they might have already done it already, where like, yeah, we're not bringing it back. But if it comes back, it's because of the fan service and everyone watching it, even after all this time that it's been out. So if you do want the Acolyte to come out, give it another rewatch, have another run at watching it, and hope for the best. So then, yes, for example, I've changed it now to the UK, which it still is in the outstanding area, but it's at 15.3, but that might just be because America is much larger scale than United Kingdom. But yeah, still outstanding, which is very, very good news because, like, yeah, it's still the top 2.7% of all TV shows. So overall, worldwide, The Acolyte is still doing extremely well considering what happened with it, the ratings of it and everything. It still does have a loyal fan base, and I guess I'm not a loyal, well, I guess I am a loyal because I really did enjoy it until the finale. But maybe if they brought out another season and fixed the changes that they did, or at least the ones that they can change. But like Master Soul dying that really did not gel with me, even though I'm usually for deaths in shows, but that one just felt cheap. Anyway, yeah, I won't keep you any longer though, because basically what I wanted to say is that The Acolyte is still surging after how many months it's been out, and with all these people still watching, people at Disney might make a decision to bring it back. So there you go. There is the Acolyte stats, I guess, speculation, whatever you want to call it. It's doing really, really well, even after all this time that it's been out. It's probably doing better than the Book of Boba Fett was after that launched. Even though I actually really enjoyed Book of Boba Fett, other than that one episode of the multicolored motorcycle gang. That was the worst episode, but that didn't ruin the show like the Acolyte's finale ruined the show. But yeah, I think it must be doing better than Book of Boba Fett. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see the Acolyte come back, if you'd like to see it stay cancelled, and if it does come back, would you rather it come back for just one season to finish up other storylines, or would you rather have it a few more seasons just to expand more in the storylines because you really enjoyed it? Like, we'll never know about Darth Plagueis because he had a little Easter egg at the end. We also saw Yoda at the end, looking like the original Yoda at least. But there's so much stuff that they could do, like brand new stories, like what's Yoda's involvement, what's Darth Plagueis' involvement. But overall, yeah, I would like to see it come back and at least tie up storylines if they didn't start any new ones, just so then we have, like, I guess, closure, I guess, because you never know. Season 2 might come back and then it might do extremely well, like they might make all the right decisions in the end and everyone might actually really like it. But we don't know until it comes back. If it comes back, it's still a very, very high chance that it won't get uncancelled. But yeah, overall, I won't keep you any longer. So if you'd like to join the Patreon, Discord, or become a channel member, the links are in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, this content, and all things Star Wars related, be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.